I'm a Christian, and by reading the Quran, I've seen some things that would disqualify Allah from being God. God being all powerful, all knowing, stuff like that, right? So
before we proceed further, I would like to give you guys a few verses just to set up the ground. This is what Allah says about people like him. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:171. And the example of those who disbelieve is like that of one who shouts at what hears nothing except calls and cries, deaf, dumb, and blind, so they do not understand. Remember, we're going to come back to this as we go through this video, and there's also another description of these kind of people in Surah Al-A'raf chapter 7 and 179. They have hearts with which they do not understand, and they have eyes with which they do not see. They have ears with which they do not hear. They are like cattle, rather they are more astray. It is they who are the heedless. Let's go.
Okay, so you're the unguided.
I am the guided, actually.
Okay, continue.
Yes, I believe that the ones who think that Allah is God are the unguided ones.
So let's stop giving opinions. Let's go based on facts, because facts and Christianity, they often don't really get along very well. So come on, let's go.
I'm on the straight path. Okay. So, for example, you and I would agree that God, by definition, is all powerful, right?
Most definitely.
All right, good. So my question to you is this: if Allah wanted to, could he have a son?
Don't worry, bro. Muslims don't freestyle like Christians. I'll give you a verse where Allah addresses this exact same issue. Surah Zumar 39:4. If Allah had intended to take a son, he could have chosen from what he creates whatever he wills. Exalted is he is Allah, the one, the subduer. He can, but he is above that kind of thing. Surah Al-Ikhlas 112 verse 3. He neither begets nor is he begotten. He rejects that entirely. Surah Al-Maryam 1988-89. And they say, the most merciful has taken a son. You have certainly brought forth a terrible thing. We don't freestyle like the Christians, bro. Allah have already rejected these claims.
No.
So he's not all powerful.
He is, but that's not in his attributes to do something like that.
Right. It's not in his attributes to be able to have a son if he wanted to. So therefore, he's not all powerful.
The argument you're presenting, bro, is low IQ. The reason why is because just because a baker can bake a pastry doesn't mean he should be able to bake himself too. Stupid. These analogies that they give, that if Allah is all powerful, why can't he have a son? Because he's above that kind of thing. Let me give you an analogy. You have a mouth, you're fully capable of to eat your own shit. Would you? No, right? Because you're above that kind of thing. Having a son and begetting something is beneath Allah. He is exalted above anything you associate with him.
He's not a creation, right? Son, biological, that's limited to like this species, this creation. God is not like us. He's not, your brain is limited and it cannot even fathom that there is this being that's not like a son, father, biological thing like that. So that does not apply to him.
I see. So do you know that you just went against what your Quran says?
Nothing I said went against my holy Quran.
Yeah, your Quran says that if Allah wanted to, he could have a son. He would just take one from one of his creations.
So what's your issue?
Well, you just contradicted the Quran.
How did I contradict the Quran?
You said that Allah couldn't have a son if he wanted to when the Quran says he could.
You just dismantled the very thing your argument was standing on, bro. You said that Allah isn't powerful enough to have a kid. By that, you should be able to provide a verse from the Quran where Allah says he can't do that. Where Allah explicitly says he is fully capable of, but the reason why he doesn't is because he is above that kind of thing.
Because you would try to use it and twist it, so I'm not going to fall for that.
I think that you fell for your own stuff.
If you are accepting the Quran as the truth, if you are then you accept it in its entirety. Okay, don't try to twist certain things.
Right. So,
and honestly, this is a simple topic.
I agree.
Son and father.
I agree.
That's a simple. What is something that you have that's deeper?
Well, I think that simplicity is always effective.
Simplicity is always effective. Is that why you're taking a simple, clear verse where Allah says he is capable of something, but he doesn't do it because he's above that kind of thing? So you're rejecting simple verses and misconstruing it to fit your narrative.
You know, not all of us can go super deep. I'm a very simple man myself. I'm not the smartest bunch.
Oh, I know you're a simpleton, bro. Oh, I know. So far, everyone watching knows. Don't worry.
So the simple arguments and the simple concepts to me resonate, and usually resonates with the viewers. So I would say this. So then, can I re-ask you the question now that we know what the Quran says? Could Allah have a son if he wanted to?
No, I know what you mean, and like I know that you're saying like it's in the Quran, but like I don't want to say like such a thing.
Right. Okay.
I don't want to like affirm like such a thing.
But you would be okay to affirm that because Allah affirms it Himself in the Quran. So you wouldn't be.
So take the Quran's word for it. Whatever the Quran says, I agree with it.
So do you believe that Allah, if He wanted to, could have a son?
Like in the sense as like birth one?
Yeah.
He's not like us. Like he's not like His creation.
But He says that He could do it if He wanted to. So
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Of all the arguments I've dismantled, this was this was the dumbest argument there was, because the answer is legitimately in the Quran. You're just asking questions that the answer you already know, just to waste people's time. To be honest, I'm not surprised. Christians always do that, so you're not really doing something that is new.